Hey man, welcome back. You know what it is. It's Escape from Brooklyn. I know we've been away for a little bit. Calm down, calm down. I know you missed us, but we all got to take a little bit of a hiatus. It's the summertime. We want to kick it out for some time with our family, some personal stuff going on. But you know what that makes? That makes for a lot more stories. So welcome back. It's episode 9, and joining me today is my made man, my partner in crime, my brother from another mother, one and only Toddy D's in the house. What's going on, bro?
What's up, brother? Episode 9. We are finally back. Escape from Brooklyn, episode 9. I am psyched. Like you just said, we took a hiatus. Before we get started, I want to wish my brother a happy anniversary and a happy birthday. Big month for September for DieHard Derek.
And that's right. Me too. Who knew?
My own man, he forgets his own holidays, everybody. So, I got to remind him. He's got the half-heimers, but it's all good. But I'm happy to be back on the show. And I'd like to take a quick shout out before we get started to my friend Brianna. She's good friends with my daughters, my nephew Troy. I mentioned in the past that we have like beer pong at the house. We chill out. And, my daughter's friends treat me like one of their own. They don't look at me as like the crazy old man in the background. They make me part of the crew, which I really appreciate. Unfortunately, we received news that Brianna, she just turned 30 and she was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma type stage 2 cancer. So we got these shirts made up, Brianna Strong hashtag. And I just want to let everybody know out there that if you want to support the cause, get in contact with us here at Escape from Brooklyn. The shirts are $30. All proceeds will be going to her hospital visits, all of her care that she needs. And I just hope that she gets better real soon. She's not only a beautiful girl on the outside, but she's beautiful just as much as on the inside. So, Brianna, if you're listening, we wish you well. If you need anything, you come to the house of Toddy D. We'll all have a good laugh, have a great time, and we'll get your mind off of everything. So, with that being said, thank you for everybody for listening to this. And now on with the show, Die Hard. Let's get it going.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Brianna, man. I was hoping, that she kicks out of this. And it's only a temporary setback. So, I mean, dude, send the link so we can put that out there on Twitter. And, man, like, we don't ask for money. We don't ask for nothing from that. We do this because it's fun, because we have a good time shooting the shit and joking around with each other. So, but we are asking you, I mean, if you're listening, you're watching, you want to donate, we'll drop a little link over here. Just check that out, man. It's for a good cause, not for guys like us. It's for her.
Yeah, we appreciate that. And I know she does as well. So, get well soon. Thoughts and prayers. And we'll definitely keep everybody updated on her progress, because I know she's a fighter. And like Derek just said, she's going to kick out of this.
Damn right. Hell yeah, man. Give it up for Brianna Strong.
Yes,
Shout out.
Definitely. Brianna Strong, hashtag. Let's remember that.
Yeah, man.
So, what's been going on, bro? It's been weeks since, you and I have shot the shit. And, you're getting old. You hurting yourself already?
Yeah, I'm just getting banging started, man. Under the table. I just caught myself in the shin. That shit hurt like a motherfucker right now. But
and they tell you when you hit your elbow, it's a funny bone. It's not too funny.
Over the summer, before we started the podcast, you were like, let's. And I was trying to look at the schedule before we started doing these podcasts. I was like, because I know the month of September is always fucked up for me. Like, I got so much shit going on. I got and listen, this is the 2 times in a year this happens to me. This is the first. So you've got my anniversary, my sister's birthday, my birthday, fucking dog birthday. It's just like, oh my God, like all this shit. My goddaughter's birthday. I mean, just a bunch of fucking events in the month of September. And it's just, it overwhelms me. So, I'm looking back and I'm trying to avoid these things like the fucking Matrix. Like, these days are coming. But
it's like a blur.
Dude, the first thing's my anniversary. You can't dodge that one. Like, you have to take that fucking bullet. Anniversary, man. 27 fucking years, right?
Congrats.
So this is what she does. The day before the anniversary, she wants to put up this fucking real mushy post about, oh, you baby, I love you, and we've been together. You're my ride or die. Hashtag home team. Blah 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 blah. All that shit, right? So I'm like, right. So because apparently today people don't go to the store and buy cards anymore. They're like, no, it means more if you go on Facebook and you pour your heart out, and the more likes you get, the better that message was. You got to one up it every year. So she's fucking writing a draft, the first draft of this long ass fucking mushy message for our anniversary.
War and Peace on Facebook.
Right. So she's doing it the day before because she's really got to think it out. She's like, oh, I got to get an editor in here and clean up all the grammatical errors and shit like that. So she's fucking working it. And by accident, she's hit send. So it posts the day before.
Oh, shit.
And I'm like, I didn't see it. I don't go on Facebook that much. So she goes, oh, babe, I kind of put your message out there, your anniversary message out there a day early, and now everybody's commenting. They think it's today, but now I got to do it again tomorrow. I'm like, oh, babe, don't do it tomorrow. It's gonna look foolish on you. They're gonna look at your page of like, the fuck is going on in her head.
Right.
So I'm just like, hey, just pour it out to me now. Just fucking tell me. So she starts fucking telling me, dude. And I'm like,
oh
dude,
man,
wrenching my heart. She's like, oh, this, that, the other thing. And I love you so much. And you're such a great dad. And blah, blah, blah. And we've been together so long and forever. I'm like, oh. She goes, okay, now it's your turn. I was like, what you mean?
Right.
She goes, no, you tell me. I'm like, nah, man, I got you a card. I'm going to post on Facebook tomorrow.
He woke up to her and say, see what a Hallmark card can do? Like the old commercials.
And she was like, you fucking serious? I'm like, yeah, listen, I didn't fuck up. You did. You were the one.
I believe, post out there too early. You might need this. You might have to cash in money in the bank in order to get a reprise, you know?
Yeah, man. So that's how my month started. Can you imagine how the rest of it went?
I can only imagine. September's kind of busy for me too, because I got my daughter's birthday. You know, we went to Ocean City at the end of August, the 30th to September 3rd. And that was like, I mean, we had a great time. And we met this couple there. And the guy I met, his name is Mike. He's a broker. And I showed him the podcast. And he actually books comedians and does all kinds of shit. And he said his exact words by the pool. He goes, yo, this shit is fucking hilarious. He was watching the 2-minute clips that I put on TikTok.
Wait, he thinks we're comedians?
He thinks we're hilarious. And I said, bro, it's a podcast. And he goes, you guys
keep getting these weird phone calls. I'm like, who's trying to book me where? And I'm fucking with you.
Exactly. And he said, you guys should take this show on the road, man. You're really good. And I said, well, when we go into double digits, we'll talk, bro. But, you know, we had a great time with them. You know, we hung out with them at the pool, you know, drank poolside, party with the kids, went out for dinner. You know, it was a great experience. But, you know, I'll tell you, while we were in Ocean City, a couple of crazy things happened because this was during the hurricane.
Yeah.
I remember this like beginning of September when we had that, you know, badass hurricane out here in Staten Island. Cars were floating down Arthur Kill Road. It was insane. But while we were there, the night we go out to dinner, earlier on, I said to Steph, I said, you know what? Why don't we try the restaurant in the hotel? I heard the steaks are really great. It's raining out. Let's just stay local. We'll hang out and have a nice.
Got to drive. Perfect.
Exactly. You know, so that way we can all have a good time. I don't have to worry about driving. And she said, okay, sounds good. So now before we went downstairs for dinner, I get out of the shower. I'm in the hotel room. And, you know, this is getting toward the beginning of September. So they're starting to show 9/11 documentaries. So I'm watching. Yeah. So I'm watching some shit in the hotel room. So she starts watching it. And I said, listen, let's just get out of here and let's have a great time. So as soon as we go out for dinner, the lady takes our drink order. Now, she asked me what I wanted. And I said, I want a beer and I'll take a Stella. Okay. I can tell she's confused. So now this other lady comes back, who I guess is the manager. And she comes up to me. She says, listen, I'm sorry to bother you, but I need to get this drink order straight because I'm very confused. So I'm thinking, okay, what the fuck can this be about? I said, what's up?
What's so complicated?
She said, did you order a beer with a soda in it? I was like, what? She told me you wanted a soda, but with a beer. I was like, no, I said, I would like to have a beer with a soda. And she comes back all confused. The lady was like a total foreigner. She couldn't put the two together. No. And of course, Steph looks at me. She's like, only you. I said, of course, only me. You know, I go to a pharmacy. The same lady acts like 3 different people. I go out for freaking dinner. They give me 2 drinks. They think I'm doing a Dr. Pepper shot. If you know what a Dr. Pepper shot is, you take the shot glass and it tastes like Dr. Pepper and you put it into a mug of beer and you shoot it down. But this lady wanted to put the soda in the Stella. She thought I wanted it combined. I'm like, who the fuck does this, you know?
Yeah, she's like, he's trying to came with these fucking kids. First they take the NyQuil drinks and now they're taking the fucking shot glass with the Red Bull. And like, lady.
And then just as we get the order done, the fire alarm goes off in the hotel room.
What?
So now it's like,
already.
So I'm sitting there saying, I guess this is not meant to be tonight. So now everybody's just sitting there. And I mean, the whole hotel's going off big time.
Yeah.
So I'm like, shit, this is not good. So I get up. I said, I'll be right back. I walk right.
You were contemplating staying?
Yeah. No. I want to leave.
Oh, okay.
To the kitchen. No, they wanted to stay the whole stay. Like they're just hanging out and the customers. I go into the kitchen. I open the door. I say, yo, what the fuck's going on in here?
To the kitchen?
Yeah, I walked right in. I didn't give a shit. And the waiters are looking at me. They don't speak English. Nobody speaks English, right? I know. Right. I know. I don't know.
Mira, he owns the place. Is that the owner?
Who's this? Please explain. Can you explain to me?
Jefe. Jefe? No, you don't know.
Who this guy? But I ran to the lobby, and before I can even open my mouth, the lady looked at me. She goes, "Yeah, everybody's got to evacuate." So now I run back.
Double check. The alarms weren't enough. You had to wait.
Right.
You needed her approval. You had to get approval from Shirley. The alarms were like, that's odd. Steph, wait here. I'll be right back
on the job, not knowing what's
going on.
Yeah. So I run back now. I look at Steph and the girls. I'm like, come on, let's go. So now this elderly couple sitting there. I said, listen, you guys, you got to go. They're evacuating. So I made sure
hey, babe,
I'm making sure the whole fucking restaurant clears out. Right. So I'm doing it.
And it's just you and the
old
door,
couple. Exit this way. Don't take the elevators. So we go outside, and all I'm thinking about is the fucking documentary we were watching up in the hotel room, for 9/11. And now I'm thinking,
this was your 9/11.
I'm like, what the fuck's going on here, dude? I'm like freaking.
The smoke alarm goes off in the kitchen because Juan burned the French fries, and you're like, oh
truck
shit!
Comes.
Beepers start going, boop boop boop, and you're like, oh, everybody get it, and you need a plaque. You need some kind of memorial.
Like, so I'm like, want to know what's going on.
What day was that?
Fire trucks pull up, and everybody that I see at the pool for the last few days, they're all outside hanging out. So I'm like, okay. So I take a walk to find out what's going on. Something happened in the laundry room where something burned, I guess in the dryer or something,
right?
And it set off the alarms.
So
now we finally go back in, and at this point, I'm like disgusted. But we ordered dinner, and thank God the dinner was delicious. I mean, it was a great dinner, and I'm thinking it's gonna be fucking ice cold. By the time we get back, everything was hot, fresh. Everything was great.
They served it while you were getting traffic out of there, while you were saving lives.
They waited for us to come back, but most of the people they left in the middle of their meal. They probably didn't even pay. It was so fucked up. Yeah.
Wait, they walked out, or
because everyone went downstairs.
The house, so they're like, "Fuck this."
And we're not coming back
for that fucking burnt steak, and then I had to evacuate. Get the fuck out! I'm not paying.
Get the fuck! I'm out of here, man. You're burnt to think that. You know what I mean? So they just took off, and the lady came and thanked me for letting her and her husband know to evacuate. And her husband, I'm listening to him, and he's just like belittling this waitress and chastising. I'm thinking to myself, shit, man, if I'd have known he was a douchebag, I would have saved the old lady, but not him. I'd have let him fucking fry.
Maybe she was the one that burnt the paper towel or whatever the fuck it was that was burning.
Are you the laundry bandit?
Was it you? It was you? I'm looking at all the fucking money I'm losing here.
Exactly.
She's crying. She's her first day on the job. Like, I don't know what I'm doing.
But I'll tell you, man, what an experience. I mean, I thought it could get any worse.
I'm a single mom. This ain't fair.
Help me out, man. Come on. I didn't mean for this to happen. But
oh my God.
Yeah, we had some hiccups that night, but overall the vacation kicked ass. We had a great time. And all I was doing in the daytime was promoting Escape from Brooklyn.
The whole time while you were evacuating the restaurant, you're like,
no, in the daytime.
Exit to the left. Don't forget to watch Escape from Brooklyn. It's on YouTube. Check it out. Okay, thanks. Subscribe.
I'm talking about the daytime, man. We're by the pool. I'm talking to that dude Mike, and like he's watching like the shit. And then some people say, "Oh, what do you got there?" And I just started promoting. I'm thinking to myself, supposed to be on vacation. I'm talking about Escape from Brooklyn. I love it. Couldn't help it. And speaking of which, dig the new backdrop.
Yeah, man, dude, that background's fucking awesome. I love it. Look at that, Brooklyn, New York.
And the old I got it because of the BKLYM, for the Escape from Brooklyn, bro.
Yeah.
We've landed, baby. Next episode, double digits.
Dude, you want to hear something funny?
Sure.
No matter where you go, I was at Macy's today. So I go up and I'm going to pay for my items. These fucking dope ass Adidas jogging. I gotta show you, dude. They like fucking Rocky Balboa is fucking awesome. Anyhow, I'm at fucking Macy's. I'm paying for the thing. The guy's like, "Oh, you want to put in your phone number for points?" I was like, "All right, fine, points, great." 347. He goes, "Oh, New York?" I was like, "Yeah, how you know?" He goes, 347. I was like, "Yeah, I'm never changing my fucking phone number. Like, it's my phone.
That's
you have satellites. Figure it the fuck out. I'm keeping my New York number. I may live in Tampa now. I'm keeping the Brooklyn number. Just get that shit on the record." So he goes, "Yeah, man, me too. I'm 917. I was like, all right. For where?" He goes, "Brooklyn." I said, "Me too." It's like East New York. I said,
Oh, damn.
Where I'm at. So we started talking about where we came from. I'm like, Starrett City, right by the Bell Parkway. And he goes, yeah, I know exactly. Pennsylvania Avenue. So we're having this guy. Meanwhile, the fucking line is just going around the corner, and they're like,
people are like, what the fuck?
I'm like, hey, you fucking Brooklyn, shut the fuck up. What do you got to do that's so important? Shut the fuck up. So, dude. So I paid for the fucking thing. He just came and he goes, oh man, it's funny. Like I tell people it feels like Long Island out here. I'm like, I tell them the same thing. Nobody gets it because they're not from New York. So I pay for my shit. I walk away and I'm like, all right, man. Well, welcome to Tampa because he's fairly new. And I'm like, all right, hey yo. And I walk over. He goes, all right.
That's awesome, man. Talk about a small world. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. And that's it. Like nobody on the line from Tampa knew what the fuck we were talking about. We might as well have been speaking fucking Mohegan or whatever the fuck.
Different language.
Like Klingon. And I was like, yo, like they had no idea. Like, what are they talking about? Is he going to get a manager now? And I was just like,
that's crazy. No, man, we're talking Brooklynese. Forget about it. Shut it. Don't worry about it. You'll get checked out eventually. Keep your fucking shirt on.
He's like, yo, you know the place across the street that's got the Kennedy's Fried Chicken? I'm like, I know that spot. Yeah, all right.
Oh, shit. Kennedy's Fried Chicken. I know exactly what you're talking about, bro. Yeah. That's the bootleg KFC, baby.
Dude, that's nuts. Then church came right across the street. They're like, oh, yeah, fuck you. Try this bird right here, motherfucker. It was the war of fried chicken.
Speaking of Kentucky Fried Chicken, Kennedy Chicken, whatever you want to call it. Years ago, I was working for Stroman. I was driving the bread truck. So I used to get there at 3 a.m, out the door by 4, and I'd be in my territory by around 5 a.m. It's a good drive. I'm at a red light. You can't make this shit up, bro. It's barely 5 o'clock in the morning, and there's a dude walking in front of the truck at 5 a.m. holding a Popeye's chicken leg, and he's holding it like he's fucking sucking on a dick. And he's got the head of the chicken leg. He looked at me. He's walking by the truck. He's like this. He's like looking at me. And I'm like, what the fuck is this dude doing? And he just stopped and looked at me. And I'm like, you eat a chicken leg like this, right? He got it like this. He's fucking deep throating this shit. Like he's trying out for some chicken porn. I was like,
Kentucky Fried Foreskin.
Exactly, man. Kentucky Fried Cocksucker.
That's what happens when you don't circumcise. You got that greasy.
Yeah, he wasn't eating like a chicken leg, bro. He was smoking that cock. Yeah, man.
Like, dude, that's not how you're supposed to eat chicken, guy.
No, and I'm like,
thinking about there,
bro. I was like, what? I'm just like looking at this dude.
Got a fucking Kentucky Fried hood on it. I'm like, oh, dude, I'm like, just give me the chicken fingers. I'm good. Nothing with a bone.
That's right. And all I'm thinking Paulie and Rocky 3 when they're in California when they're training, and the guys downstairs going, "Roo," and Paulie's like, I don't even have a gun. And that's what I'm thinking to myself as this guy's walking past my truck. I got the doors open, and I'm just, he's looking at me. I'm looking at him. I'm waiting for that light to turn green. I'm like, I don't even have a gun. Fuck, man. Crazy. Just when you mentioned the chicken, I just remembered that for some reason. I thought I'd share that story.
Can you imagine what a fucking commercial would look like for Kentucky Fried Foreskin?
Come to Popeyes now.
Just a bunch of Dominicans pulling their dick out like, hey, you like chicken? Like, whoa, guy, I'm good.
Hey, man, you want to choke your chicken?
All the fat girls around the block were like, wait, chicken and dick? Got to go. I have to have this.
What kind of front is this, I didn't know the Colonel was that fucking kinky, man. Shit. God damn, man.
Dude.
But, like your shirt says over there, man, Halloween's coming up soon. We're almost in October.
That's
crazy,
right.
Man.
It wasn't even more about the holiday. It was more about the serial killer because I'm like, I'm waiting for that movie to come out. I'm dying to see that fucking movie, man.
Yeah, me too. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, man, it's going to be fucking awesome. But, yeah, man, like, I don't know how, I guess because my kids are grown. I'm like, all right. What am I going to do now? I can get my wife to dress up any night. I don't have to wait for fucking Halloween. So I'm just like, this means nothing to me. What it means is I got to go to the store and I got to fucking buy candy. And on Halloween, instead of watching Halloween and watching a bunch of fucking babysitters get hacked up and shit like that, I got to get up every fucking 10 seconds to go to the door and give you fucking free candy. I get nothing in return.
You're a better person than me, brother.
Not an even transaction. Like, so I'm like, hey, here's what I do. Porch light off. Fuck you. Nobody home. Next house. Next house, fuck off.
No candy, vamonos. I mean, I disconnect the bell. I'm like the fucking humbug of Halloween. I don't give a shit. But if my wife's home or my mother or my daughter, they're all like hip to that shit. They'll give the candy out. I'm like, fuck these snot nose little punks. I can't be bothered. I'm watching TV and the bell's going off and I'm acting like I don't hear shit. I'm like, yeah, whatever. And then she's like, oh, we need more candy. I'm like, put the bowl on the porch, get a big ass sign. Sorry, motherfuckers, we're out of candy. That's it. Done. Or maybe minus the motherfuckers, but whatever. I'd keep it in. That's just me.
Dude, but the people do that shit, man. It's like the honor system on Halloween. First of all, these little motherfuckers are dressed up in costumes and masks. You can't identify them, okay?
Right,
this is like somebody who walks into a bank with a fucking ski mask and all this shit. You're like, is this a robbery? Yeah, motherfucker, because you can't see none of this.
So it's like a license to murder.
Right. So when you're doing the honor system on Halloween with these little motherfuckers, you're like, oh, just take one and leave the basket there with the rest of the candy. And then
they're not looking like, fuck this.
With a fucking pillowcase. He's like, don't. Takes all the fucking candy. Like,
or the kid has the bag out and he looks, he's like, that's it? And you're like, yeah, that's it. Get the fuck out of here. You know?
You're like, what else? I don't like that. I don't eat that. I'm like, fuck you.
No, oh, I'm on a diet. Yo, you fat fuck. Then don't go trick or treat and go to a fucking dietetic center and get some shit. Get out of here. Go to the next fucking place.
There was one year, Lori got so mad. I just started giving them canned goods. Because I was cleaning out my cabinet. I was like, yo, when was the last time we had Chef Boyardee? We don't eat this no more. We're grown adults.
You turned it into a mission.
Chef Boyardee. Hey, ding dong, trick or treat. Boof. There you go.
Get some Colonel Corn. Get the fuck out of here. Who's next? Who wants some split peas? I got some diced carrots, motherfucker.
How many boxes of Kraft macaroni and cheese do we need? What the fuck? Why do we have...
Who eats beets?
You can't go to Costco by yourself no more. That's it. No. All right, ding dong, trick or treat. There you go, macaroni.
Your trick or treat. My house is the can sale, motherfucker. Take it and get the fuck out.
Yo, the kids who come every fucking year just to see what kind of wild shit I'm trying to get rid of in my class.
Was a crazy man
this year. It's not even candy or fucking canned goods. Sometimes it's just like old clothes. They're like, yeah, that don't fit me no more here. Yeah, you look like
you gave me a holy sweater last Halloween. What the fuck's up with that?
Yeah, so kids, if you watch this, don't fucking come to my house.
Or if you don't go
it.
To the house, when you say trick or treat, the trick is going to be, I'm going to make your ass fucking disappear if you come to my house ever again. That's the trick. You're not getting a treat. Get the fuck out.
You know what you should do? You should leave the bowl out, right? And then you get like one bag of candy, just one bag. You take a shit in the bowl and you put the candy in there. So when those motherfuckers come around, they're like, yo, I got dibs. Got it here first. Look, brand new bowl, the honor system. And he puts the whole bowl into his pillowcase. He's taking that lump of shit with him too.
He's taking the whole enchilada with him, brother.
Like, just, here you go. He goes, I think one of those candies are expired.
His buddy goes tomorrow. The next day, his buddy goes over. Yo, man, I need to get shit over there. And his friend goes, yo, I got the whole shit. Trust me, you don't want it.
Like, there's candy corns in the Snicker bar. I don't know what's going on.
That's some shitty ass candy
Todd's
corn.
Shit is what that is. That's one of Todd's logs. That's yesterday's lunch coming out Todd's ass.
That's right.
Your pillowcase.
Guarantee your ass won't come back next Halloween. But man, I'll tell you.
Oh my God.
Speaking of neighbors and, neighborhoods and shit like that, I got my neighbor in the back, the backyard. We talk all the time. He's a cool dude. And, for a while he had moved out because him and his wife, they were arguing so much. So he got a place around the corner.
Oh, he gave up.
So he's living around the corner.
I had enough of this bitch. I'm out. So I'm the breadwinner. I can afford to do it. Fuck you. Good luck paying the bills without me.
So, bro, he's losing weight. He's looking good,
Right. So he's trying to get new pussy.
He came up my block one day. I'm like, yo, bro, you looking good, whatever. We started talking. So then a few weeks goes by and I'm in the backyard and I see him on the deck and he's barbecuing. He's like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, so I thought I was fucking hallucinating. I'm like, wait a minute, he fucking moved out. What's he doing over there? So like little by little, he was like inching his way back in the house. So then finally, I think he moved back in, full time. Okay. So one afternoon on a weekend.
Wait, but who's he living with?
His wife.
So he went back to her.
He went back to it, right?
Oh,
he left.
The bad move guy.
Bad. She's around
mad.
the corner. He moved in. There's a community across the street from where I live, and he took the downstairs apartment. So he would still go over there because they have 3 kids. So, he take care of the kids.
They got 3, even worse.
Exactly. So, he's
even
doing the right thing.
Because, all he did was fuck in that basement apartment. And now with all that pussy stank on his dick, he couldn't bring it back into the house. We're in front of their 3 kids in her bed where they shared together. And
I'll be over in a little bit. I got to wash my clothes.
Right? You had to go out there and conquer pussy. That's what's going to happen. You had to Brock Lesnar.
I kicked ass back to
the fucking town. You come in here.
But
Brock Lesnar all this pussy. And my house? Oh, dude. So tell me more. What else?
So the thing is, I mean, I like them both. They're nice people, but she's always fucking flipping on him, yelling and screaming. So now that they're back, he's back at the house. I heard yelling and screaming all kinds of crazy shit.
I got you, Brock.
So then the next day, I've never seen him have company in his backyard ever. The next day, there's this well-dressed white dude sitting down on the picnic bench on the deck with him, and they're eating, they're talking. So I looked over at Steph. I said, I wonder who the fuck that is. And she's like, that's probably his lawyer. When I heard that, I was fucking dying laughing. I said, yeah, because I never seen nobody on his deck, much less a fucking white dude in a suit. I'm like, what's up with that? She's like, that's the lawyer.
You know what she probably did? She was probably smarter than everybody in the game. She was like, I'm gonna let him move back in, and then once he's here, he's settled. And they give that place up. I'm gonna bring the lawyer in, and I'm gonna get a fucking divorce. I'm gonna take half his shit, and I'm gonna throw him out.
The guy.
And he won't even be able to get that apartment because they already rented it to somebody else. So now he's in the street. No, go find your young pussy now, motherfucker.
He's up Shit's Creek without a pack. Well, the dude that was there was talking to him, not her. And I've never seen him hang out. He's like pretty much a loner, he's by himself. He's always like, hanging out like in the backyard doing household chores. Huh?
It was his lawyer?
Well, no, we were joking because some guy was hanging out with him in the backyard. And I'm like, he never had company, but he never had a guest over. And Steph said jokingly, that's probably his lawyer.
I thought you were reversing the roles and like, no. It's not her lawyer. She's not taking him for a ride. He brought the lawyer back. He was like, you know what? Why am I in that basement apartment get slaying all this pussy? This is my house. You get the fuck out. I'm kidding. Talk to her lawyer. Boom.
Maybe we should rewind the story, or you need to get more baked, or something's got to happen. Because it's like right over your head, bro. Right over that Yankee hat it went.
Let's assume that we made the story better. So okay, like when you watch a movie and it doesn't say this is a true story, it's like inspired by actual events.
Inspired by
ours is
I made it better, motherfucker.
True events.
I'm telling you, man. But I'll tell you, when it comes to Neighbors by Me, man, there's always some crazy shit going on. My neighbor across the street, my buddy, the one that you call Johnny Dardo.
Johnny Dardo, talk more. Tell me. What we got?
Johnny Dardo, he's a DJ on the weekends. He's been doing it for years. He's really good. And he's with all needles. He's throwing darts and scratching. So it was his girlfriend's birthday. So they invited, Steph and I over, and my other buddy across the street who's
she learning how to
too. What? Oh yeah,
she does. She's like the China of darts. She's like, tell him.
Well, I mean, she's okay. She's I mean, he's really good. But so my other friend came over with his wife, the one that's learning how to play darts.
Oh, he's trying to get in on it.
And we're all chilling in the backyard, and we were playing that beanbag game for a while. That you toss the beanbag like into that board with the
cornhole. Yeah, that's big down here. Of course.
So we're playing that for a while, and then he fucking busts out the karaoke machine. So
I gotta tell you,
Toddy D likes to party. But, I wasn't really feeling it. So I'm hanging out drinking. He's like, yo, come on, brother. Come on, Toddy D, you got to sing. So we all started singing and we're belting it out. And a few days later, my wife's sister-in-law, she lives a few doors down. And when I saw her, she says to me, were you singing last night at Eric's house? And I'm like, maybe. She says, I knew it was you. I just know it's your voice. I'm like, I'm sorry if I kept you up. And I just started laughing because we were singing till like fucking midnight, bro.
What were you saying? Give me some songs.
I sang Born to Be My Baby by Bon Jovi, which I totally butchered.
All right. Okay.
I sang Just a Gigolo, the David Lee Roth version. Because my favorite part of the song is
it seems to be a theme going on here. Was your wife there?
Of course she was there.
Oh,
she was the one egging me on
like,
to
this
do
one's
it.
for the ladies.
Yes,
so, especially that one right there. Hey, baby, love you.
And I'm doing shit like that as I'm singing. I'm doing like a rock eyebrow. And I'm like, yeah, baby, you know,
That's
can't
what
get
I'm
enough
talking
of your
about.
loving, baby. And at the end of the fucking set, what do I do?
I got the mic Sinatra motherfucker coming over here to do karaoke.
I got you, babe, under my skin.
Your fucking bow tie is undone. You got a martini.
Hey now,
hey.
Hanging off to the side.
And you, fucking cigarette.
Are the light of my life. But, so at the end, I got the microphone, right? They're all, you know, cheering. This older guy, his Uncle John, this guy had a fucking kick-ass voice. So I started singing a duet with him. We're singing battle. Hey Jude by the Beatles.
Oh, you said
and
that?
Like the end of the song, you know, na 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 na. That shit must have gone on for about 10 minutes.
Oh,
you know,
shit.
We're drinking. I'm hanging on him. And as we're doing the na 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 na's, I'm like,
you still got the mic.
Na 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 na. Like when it was my part,
I'd sing it. Like, you say it.
I'm stopping.
You
I'm like,
say it.
I'm like, your turn, Uncle John. And I'm like breathing heavy. I'm like, no, 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 no. Hey, Jude. And at the end, I took the mic. I had to do it, bro. I went, finally, Toddy D has come back to Staten Island.
You ended it with the fucking rock promo?
Of course. Plenty of beers involved. Some wrestling had to come out eventually.
Wow. I guess that's better than you crashing 2 beers together and then stunning everybody at the party.
Don't give me any ideas, man. Next time I'll go, oh, hell yeah. And I'll fucking do that shit. Don't give me any ideas, man.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned karaoke on the weekend or during the month of September because so our pool is kind of done. It's open. Let's just say our pool is open.
Yes, I saw the video.
Not finished though, right? So I know that she's been wanting to do a pool party. So, you know, she was like, oh, it's going to be done by Memorial Day. Nah, not really. It's going to be done by, I'm like, maybe 4th of July. 4th of July came, nothing happened. Maybe by Labor Day. Anyway, all the fucking holidays since June passed by. Father's Day, all that shit, right? June. She's like, and she's telling people then she's got to cancel shit.
Come on, man, I got my flippers.
So the guy comes by, he's like, and I'm like, yo, there's still pavers and shit you got to get done. And let me just say, this is called staycation pools in Wesley Chapel. Do not fucking use them. That's it. I said, I paid my fucking money. I can say whatever the fuck I want right now. Do not fucking use them. Fucking scam. You want to know about it? Staycation pools, you fucking hit me up and you watch what the shit I tell you about these motherfuckers out there. Anyway, they were like, oh, that's slander. Like, it's not slander if it's true, motherfucker, or defamation.
It's not slander. It's the truth. Yeah.
Balls in the back, motherfucker. Here we go. Anyway. So she's been waiting to do this for the longest time. She's like, and they were like, you can turn your pool on now. We can come back and finish the pavers and flatten the grass. We can do that. We got to put you on the schedule, right? Because it's going to take some time and for me to get this final piece of the pool. Meanwhile, it hasn't really passed final inspection. So I'm like, can I swim in this motherfucker or am I going to get electrocuted?
Well, I got to fucking stare at it.
Yeah. Right. Like the work crew, like, mira, papi, I didn't finish. You fucking paid them and you went swimming. Not my fault. My lunch is under there with a fucking electric toaster. And I'm like, yo, guy, like, is it even safe for me? Anyway, long story short.
Going to Fry Homes.
We have a open for the pool and we use my birthday as the fucking excuse. So everybody to the fucking pool. And I'm like, great. I didn't even fix my yard is still butchered. There's a pool in the middle of a construction site in the back. That's what it looks like right now. So I'm like, oh man, all right, I guess my birthday, whatever. So it's funny that you bring up karaoke. Listen, a lot of I ended up throwing up on my sofa. I drank so much. Here's what happened. I didn't want a birthday cake. So I didn't want to blow out the cake because of COVID and shit like that. So I said, look, get a birthday cake, cupcakes, and everybody can grab a cupcake and we'll like toast a cupcake. So we do the happy birthday thing. Leia, my daughter, comes up to me and she's like, I dare you to stick that whole cupcake in your mouth. I'm fucking drunk. I've been drinking since 1. This is about 7, okay? I'm like, oh, Princess Leia from Alderaan. Is this a dare? Like, don't fucking do.
Especially when I've been drinking the whole time. Don't dare me.
I stuffed an entire cupcake in my mouth, right? I don't know how I swallowed it. I can't tell you, right? All I know is there was some juice and stuff around, like some what they call zombie juice and stuff like that, where you mix a bunch of liquors in there. It's basically a colorful Long Island iced tea. And I had 2 of them. And I'm trying to wash the muffin down.
Wash out the cupcake.
So the cupcake is stuck in my throat. It's lodged here. All the liquor's getting poured on top of it. I start puking.
Oh,
plunged the fucking cupcake out of my throat, all onto my sofa, which
zombie
I was
throw up everywhere.
And I'm like, yo, it was a fucking mess. But the reason why I bring this up is not because of the party, it's because I wanted to do karaoke. I didn't have a microphone and it wasn't hooked up to the TV, but I was just gonna put music on that everybody knew. And I bought this vibrator, right? And it is a dildo. It doesn't look like a dick, but it's a vibrator. The idea was everybody can go like this to their neck, and they would like auto tune their voice, so they can play anything they fucking want. So I called it Dilly-oke. So
Dilly-oke.
I pull out the vibrator. I'm like, we're gonna play Dilly-oke, put the music up, and everybody's looking like, you got a fucking vibrator in his hand? I'm like, yeah, don't worry. So I'm like, all right, who wants to go first? And I'm waving the vibrator around. It never crossed my mind that they thought this might have been Lori's vibrator that has been used and might have her fucking crust. So I'm like, who wants to go?
I found this in a drawer.
This is brand new, right out the box. Like never. Like I opened the box and then brought it downstairs. But meanwhile, I'm going downstairs, waving it in everybody's face, and they're like, "Oh shit!
Oh yeah, we don't know if that's used. Shit, COVID.
Right? They thought it was used.
You're gonna have your fucking jizz all over me."
Dude, so Lori said, she's like, give me that fucking thing, which made it worse because now they're like, oh shit, he must have went in her toy box. She don't have a toy box, but they don't know that, right?
What kind of fucking party is this, man?
Oh, and he brought the dirty vibrator that she used on Wednesday and never forgot to wash. And it was just like, yo.
I hung out at the Disgustington's house.
And I'm waving this fucking thing in front of people's faces. They're like, no, I don't want to sing. I'm good.
I don't need to taste your shit, man. Put that shit down, motherfucker. You know what that reminds me of? And like an asshole, I just stood there and laughed. Years ago, we're in a porn store, right? Me, my buddy Mike, Craig, and we're just, we're looking at porns, we're reading the box, we're laughing, hanging out. So I'm on the floor reading this is back in the video VHS boxes. You read the storyline, right? Yeah, so I'm sitting there, I'm on the floor reading this shit, and I'm laughing, not knowing behind me, my boy Mike's got a double-sided fucking black dildo, and he fucking hits me over the head with it as hard as he can. And I look up and he's holding it like this. And I look up and I'm just fucking laughing my ass off. I thought it was the funniest thing. My friend looks at me and says, oh, if that was me, I said, you know why? Because you got that fucking dildo up your ass. You're not a comedian. You can't take a joke. I thought it was the funniest thing. And bro, this fucking place must have done good business. They had shopping carts in the porn store. Who the fuck goes shopping for porn? I mean, literally shopping with a cart. That's a hard up motherfucker, man.
When did you win the Publishers Clearinghouse of fucking of Adam and Eve? And they're like, here you go. There's a $50,000 gift certificate to that one kinky store. Enjoy, knock yourself out.
Shop at Porns Are Us, So, bro,
it's like the Spirit Halloween for porn shit.
Yeah, and we're just looking. We didn't even buy anything. We're just fucking around, having a good time. And he cracked me over the head with that fucking dildo, man. I lost my shit. I laughed my balls off. I thought
Aren't you glad when that happened they didn't have smartphones?
Oh, thank God. That's the way that you don't want to go viral. Hey, Toddy Cox. Hey, how you doing?
Toddy Cox. They're like, Toddy D. We know what the D stands for.
We know the
dildos. Hey, Toddy Dildos. What's going on, guy? You shaking? Everything shaking? You good? All right.
I'll pull the Eddie Murphy.
What's your vibe today? What's your vibe, Toddy Dildos?
Hey, wasn't me. I'll pull the Eddie Murphy. I'll take the 0. It wasn't me. But people were walking around with fucking shopping carts with porn. I'm like, what the fuck? I'll never forget that to the day I died, man. We were like, oh, this looks interesting. We walk in there and you see all these they look like fucking total pervs, man. They got like stacks. And I'm like, yeah, this guy needs to get laid.
So let me tell you one of the benefits of getting baked, right? Not only does it relax you, calm you, and remove all anxiety. That's if anybody out there dispensaries, totally take that green.
And he finds all my jokes
the weed.
Funny.
I was talking about money, but we can work it out. We figure it out. So anyhow, I don't even remember the fuck I was going with that. Forget it. Just we're moving on.
Well, basically, you were saying that the benefits of smoking, and you started talking about.
Exactly. Yes. Okay. Here we go. Thank you. You're healing my dementia or Alzheimer's,
I'm right
whatever it is, the oncoming stages. Which, if you fucked up, were true, right? Like, oh shit, we saw it from the beginning. No, listen. Anyway, so it opens up Pandora's box, right? Like I fucking vivid memories of when I was a child start to open up, and we were watching this TV show the other day, And I don't know. So you're a kid of the 70s and the 80s, right? So obviously, so, single mom, right? Okay. And my mom and my dad split for a little while and they came back later on, in life and shit like that. It was only like 4 years, whatever the fuck. It's not their business. So anyway, when I would go shopping with my mother to the big fucking malls, you ever remember the store like Joyce Leslie?
Okay. Sure. Yeah.
So she'd do the smart thing. She'd take me by the magazine stand, pick out a WWE magazine or one of the shit things, Fangoria, whatever you read. Grab that. All right, go get a snack. And if you're good, maybe we'll go to KB Toy Store when this is all done. You got to do everything what mommy says. Mommy got to go shopping. You behave. Right. I've already given you half up front. You'll get the other half at KB Toy Store if you behave, right?
You get reeled in, man.
What's the plan? So, dude, it's to me, I'm a kid. I'm like, what, 7 years old, 5 years old? Again, the memories opening up. And I remember going to the fucking mall with my mother and she's shopping. I mean, every store, every rack, every fucking item. No, not that
store
one.
To store, aisle to aisle,
dude, all fucking day. Thank God that WWE magazine. I would read it front to back, upside down, inside out. When I closed, it was dude. I'm just reading the magazine over and over again, trying to kill time. I remember though, she would go to these women's stores and she would want to try on outfits. So she would, because I'm a child, did you have to bring me into the dressing room, the ladies' dressing room?
I crossed the line. I would never, dude, not me, man.
So you didn't go, let me tell you. All right. So here's the thing. When
I got enough fucking problems.
When dudes go to a dressing room and you have your own private booth, they're like, somebody even has to come with a key. Like, click. Anybody in there?
Right.
No? All right. Yep. Sir. Go ahead. Right.
It's taken.
Not here. Not even that. Not even the privacy or the key or even a fucking door. It's just one big room with mirrors around it, and ladies are just getting undressed.
And you're standing in the middle of it all.
Like you're in boot camp, like in military boot camp for women of all ages, mostly older. Okay, but still. And I'm sitting there.
That can fuck up a guy's head early in life thinking that every chick's
dude, it was
look
fantastic.
Like that.
I loved every fucking minute of it. I would tell my mom, hey, mom, can we go to the mall this weekend? Why don't you remember that dress that you saw last time we were there? We should try that one on again. You deserve it, mom. You really fucking deserve it. Can we go back to that store, please? At around 3 o'clock. I think that's what time she checks in.
So basically, while your mother was trying on her clothes, your back, I would like to think, was turned so you wouldn't have your eyes burned, and you were looking at all the other women.
Listen, you know how many hours I was reading that fucking magazine? I'm like, yo, there's all kinds of titties around you. Long ones, old ones, flat ones, big ones, fake ones. I was like, this is like fucking on. And dude, I'm a kid. And there's other kids in there sometimes. And they're sitting there playing with their things. And I'm like, yo, stupid. Are you missing the fucking show? Are you kidding me? You're playing with your toys. There are tits dangling everywhere. And you're playing with, what the fuck is wrong with you? Yo.
Lift your head. Open your eyes. Look around you, man. You're missing the prize.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's rough, man. It's fucking rough.
That's crazy, man. That could leave a mark.
It left a bad one.
But you know what? This is a perfect segue of speaking of tits. You're gonna fucking laugh your balls off, man.
My favorite topic behind BJ's.
I drove to Maryland with my wife and my daughter on Saturday for Jasmine's, my older one's birthday, right? She turned 27 yesterday on the 27th. We went down for the weekend.
Okay.
So she had a 70s themed, lunch at this restaurant. It was an outdoor dining, and all of her friends, dressed up in the 70s. My kids, that girl Brianna I mentioned earlier, her boyfriend Mark, my nephew Troy, and all of her other friends. I have to give a shout out to Joanie and her sister Maureen because they watched the podcast. And Joanie says,
shout out my peoples.
She says, Todd, you never mention my name. It's always Jasmine and Janine. I'm like, well, those are my daughters. She says, well, give me a shout out. So Joanie, if you're listening, shout out to you.
Joanie and Chachi.
And if you got anything you want to talk about in the future, Joanie, let us know and we'll try to bring you on. But
you're like, what the fuck is Joanie and Chachi?
Joanie and that's right. Joanie loves Chachi. What a great
That's
show
what it
that
was. There you go. See, Todd has all the VHSs behind that.
Fountain of misinformation right here, baby. I'm your lifeline for boring shit. But anyway, after we had the lunch later on in the evening, we went back to her friend Joanie's apartment. She bought herself a nice townhouse, and it's got like different levels. So we're on her terrace on the deck in the back, and we're playing this drinking game where you take a cup, like say, okay, you got like 3 or 4 people lined up on each side, and you take the pong ball and you bounce it into the cup. Now you have a bunch of cups. So if you get it into whoever's cup you get it into, like say I get into your cup, you and I have to drink at the same time. And when we're done, you just put a little bit of beer in the cup, but you take the cup at the ledge of the table and you hold it underneath, and you have to flip it, and it has to land upside down. Okay. And whoever gets it first, they win. And whoever doesn't, you have to write a T and so on to spell tits. It's like playing horse with basketball. It's called tits.
Dude,
so now I don't know about this game. And Troy says, "Hey, you want to play tits?" And I'm looking at him. I'm like, "The fuck you just said?"
All day, every day.
He goes, "It's a game. It's a game." So they taught me how to play. Never did it in my life. The first time I flipped it, it landed upside down perfect. Like, oh fuck, we got a ringer here. And bro, let me tell you something. I had the time of my life hanging out with these kids. They make me feel young. I felt like I was like partying in college and I was in my 20s. And
yeah, man, you look very youthful.
She's like, "You having fun?" I'm like, "I'm having a blast." And some of her friends, they can't believe I'm 50. And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm 50. I said, "The gray hair gives it away, but I'm a kid at heart."
Dude, and then you know what? You got all the tattoos and shit. I have no tattoos. There's nothing that I want permanently. I'm probably gonna get a couple for my kids and stuff like that, but I'm not in a rush. So, but you got the fresh ink. Look at my guy over here.
I got
and
this
you got
one.
like a fucking cheetah or a Black Panther or a puma, some big motherfucker on your arm there.
Panther,
look at this guy.
Did the tribal.
Dude, that's fresh ink.
I got old ink over here.
Wait, what the fuck was that? Wait, what are we looking at there? Is that a naked chick? I can't. Oh, those titties?
Yep.
That April Hunter?
Well, no, my wife says it's her. So it was a generic tattoo. That's what you meant. Smacking your head. Yeah. Now, years ago, I was in a tattoo place. The first one I got was the skull. All the way up here, I got the skull.
Yes.
So after I got
that was
the
a
skull,
dog at one time.
What was that?
I thought that was a dog with glasses at one time.
Yeah, I know. I remember you told me that. You may get glasses there, Alice. But after I got the skull, like once you get one tattoo, bro, you get addicted.
Really?
So I had the skull, I got the girl, and then I had the tribal done. And then 20 years later, when Steph got her rose with our names, with the rings, with our wedding date, I got the cross with our wedding bands.
That's
I got the
awesome, man. It was very awesome. How long did it take to do that piece?
This piece here took about 2 hours.
That's it? 2 hours? That's not bad.
No, the Panther took like 5 hours.
Movie. Wait, what took 5 hours?
The Panther.
Why did it take 5 hours? You just fill in the blank. You shading
it in
with
black. There's
like,
blue lines.
You gotta do the lines and the detail. But once that's in, it's like, all right, like they should have Photoshop for tattoos. Like, all right, just ink drop over here. Like done.
What they do is she puts the stencil on you first. And this girl was very meticulous. She made sure it was perfect. She did it.
It looks great.
And thank you. And she was like, "Do you want to take a break?" I said, "To be honest, I'm good unless you want to take a break." She
5
took
hours?
1 10-minute, 5 hours.
Oh, fuck.
So when I got home, I was burning up numb, But this tattoo, she told me it's 2 sessions. So I said, "Why 2 sessions?" She's like, "Nobody can take the pain for 5 hours." I said, "Don't worry about it. I'll do it." So I'm sitting there. She's drilling.
Yo, you thought you were Dalton in Roadhouse. Like, bitch, pain don't hurt. Hit me up. Let's go. 5 hours. You're on the clock. Hit it.
Let's get this shit done, motherfucker. Exactly.
Get that shit done.
So, you feel a little bit. Don't get me wrong.
Get the fuck out.
But
that's 2 tips. Nah. You're the fucking Panther today.
She had me sitting down in the chair for a while. Then I'm laying on the gurney on the bed, which I never had to do.
And she's getting carpal tunnel. Like, fuck.
Yeah, this motherfucker 5 hours. He has to be a hero,
Fuck. God damn it.
But she hung in there, and she actually recolored my tribal piece too.
She did a great job. Shout out to her.
I got the tribal piece here.
Wait, that's a panther or a puma? What is it?
Panther.
It's a panther. So you're a Black Panther.
Yeah.
Look at you, you militant motherfucker.
70s.
When are you gonna grow that afro out?
Well, speaking of which,
forever, yeah, motherfucker.
Well, speaking of like an afro, it wasn't an afro, but at the 70s party for my daughter's birthday, that girl Joanie, her sister Maureen had a long black wig on.
Yeah.
So people
were
wearing.
You didn't finish telling me about Joanie.
Oh no! So Joanie had this party at her house. We're playing, the Tits game. And
you're playing with Joanie's tits at her house?
No, you dumbass! It's the drinking game. What the hell's wrong with you?
Like you said.
We're playing the game Tits, the drinking game at her house.
That's what you said. Okay, my bad. Sorry, Joanie.
Man, oh man, you're out of your mind. But it's funny because Troy,
Oh, she
her
don't
and
watch the
him.
podcast. That's gonna be awkward the next time you go over there. Be like, hey, what are we
She's
playing?
like, this guy's a fucking, is a fucking wise ass. Nah. So the two of them, Troy and Joanie, they're fucking drinking, acting like two dopes the whole night, like a married couple. You know, I was joking around. Yeah. So the next day on Twitter, Troy puts up, so, well, apparently last night I got married, and he's got a picture of him and Joanie drinking like this. It's hilarious.
Wait, no, they didn't Troy got married? No,
it was a joke.
Oh, my God.
They were talking about marriage the whole night, kidding around. So the next day he goes, well, apparently I got married last night. And he's got a picture of the two of them drinking. You know, they were drunk. So I typed, congratulations. I was happy to be there. So people are looking at it, and people are Troy I'm like, no, he didn't get married. He's being a jerk. He's just joking around.
Dude, that's hysterical, bro.
Yeah, the two of them together, they're pretty funny. So
that's awesome. Good. Yo,
shout out Joanie, you got your 10 minutes of fame. You know, that's that. But yeah, we played the drinking game there, and it's crazy because with this fucking pong ball, you're not even thinking about it while you're playing.
Yeah, all right. Come on,
it goes into the cup, and you got to drink with the pong ball in the cup. Now, several times.
What if you swallow the ball?
No, ball's too big, man. If you can swallow the ball, then you're really gifted. Okay?
How much experience you got swallowing balls?
Not me, brother. Maybe you do, but not me. I can't speak for you.
Nah, not here. I'm good.
You know, no homo here. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but not over here, brother.
But, I mean, you ever see Gordon's fish sticks? That's the idea.
Trust the Gordon's fisherman. But
a red snapper sometimes.
The ball's hitting the ground. The dog is grabbing it, running after the ball. You know, it's crazy shit. But I had a good time playing the game. And the first time I went to go play, I got the ball in someone's cup. I forgot I had to drink. So they're drinking, so I'm drinking with them. But then after that, you have to flip the cup. So I drank, but I forgot to flip the cup. So I got a T for tits. I'm like, I'm not getting no more of this word tits. Fuck this. So the rest of the game, I was kicking ass, man. Then this poor dude, Travis, he's standing there minding his own business. And Joanie's sister, she got a couple in her, and she's moving around dancing. Bro,
she got a couple what? Drinks or tits?
No, just dancing with her arms. She swung her arms out.
She comes out. She got a couple in her. I'm like, couple of these,
or the dude right in the nose. No.
Tell details, Toddy.
No, she was moving her fists like dancing.
Wait.
She spread her arms out, and she hit this poor dude right in the fucking nose, man. And he just, he's standing there.
Fuck, why do I miss these parties?
He's standing there, my nose. If you ever saw the remake of The Longest Yard, when the black dude says, he broke in my nose. That's all I'm thinking of when he's holding his nose. I'm trying not to laugh. But, man, she hit this poor dude fucking hard, man. I was like, wow, that's fucked up. I guess better him than me, but still. I mean, you know, a couple of hiccups in the party, but we had a great time.
Yeah,
but then, you know, we got out late, went back to my daughter's house, left at 6 a.m. to come back Sunday because we had the celebration of life for my wife's stepdad who passed away.
Right.
So her mom, she's visiting from Texas because she's looking to buy a house here in Jersey, you know, to be close to us. So with the celebration of life, you know, my family, they're all shy, and they know that yours truly is a ham with the mic. So they want everyone to say a couple of words, you know, for the deceased.
At the funeral, they want you to cut a wrestling promo at the funeral.
They want me to like bring up a couple of things, you know, in his memory, like share a story and speak on behalf of the family.
But do you do it as Toddy D?
Well, I was going to. It never happened, and I'm going to get to why.
Okay, good. I want to hear this.
Last week, I write this, you know, I'm writing a speech, not knowing how much time I have, and I figured I'd shorten it down. So I read it to Steph, right? Now,
Vince, what time we go to commercial? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, exactly. So I read it to her, and it's basically my experiences with him, you know, all the years I knew him. So when I was done, she was like, that was beautiful. That was heartfelt. But God damn it, I told you to fucking write something on our behalf, not make it the Todd show. I was like, oh shit, I forgot. So now I'm rewriting shit because I have to speak on behalf of my wife, my kids.
He went to business for himself at the funeral.
Exactly. He cut a promo, went into business for himself. So now I redo the whole thing in my head. I'm like, I'm not gonna write it. I can just fucking
right.
Because I'm Toddy D, man. I can ad lib it, no problem.
Yeah.
So now I'm thinking, you know, what do I say about this guy? I want to bring up some nice things in his memory. But I figure you got to start it off like a roast. You got to make it funny.
Okay, right. So, wait a minute. You gonna roast a dude at his own funeral?
Exactly.
You don't even get up and roast everybody on the dais.
Bro,
He's there. He's done.
It's like, life. Make the people laugh. Give the people what they want. Now, not to speak, disrespectfully at all. I got along with the dude. He was cool. He was a short guy, but he had like this really deep, like baritone voice where you think it's coming from like a 7-footer.
Right.
He had this really deep voice. I mean, the way he spoke was like,
he
had a commanding voice. But sometimes he'd get a little, like conceited. Like if he got something new, well, yeah, mine is better than yours, and he'd get a little cocky.
One of them dudes. All right.
So people didn't really take to him sometimes because of the way he.
You look down again, like, hey, when it comes to hearts, mine is better than yours.
Basically, like something like that. So
I Toddy D should have like still pumping.
And he was a Cowboys fan, and I was a Steeler fan, so we always had like that friendly rivalry.
That rivalry too. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So I got all my Steeler shit over here, but I'm not going to grab the gimmicks. But anyway, I started it out by saying, I was going to say I didn't even get to do the speech because it never happened. But what I was
you didn't get your promo, man. You didn't get your TV time.
Yeah, I was psyched the whole night, and meanwhile, everybody was too busy talking. It was catered. Everybody's eating, having a good time.
Was it because somebody else's promo went overtime?
Well, no, nobody spoke. Just my mother-in-law's brother
at a funeral. Like, yo, man, you fucking went long. I was supposed to go, and I gotta wait till the next fucking funeral. Well, he ain't even gonna be here for that shit.
It wasn't a funeral. You have to remember, we're in the Knights of Columbus. It's
fully a celebration catered. Of. He's not even there.
Celebration of life.
Right.
So now, my mother-in-law's brother, my wife's uncle, he took us into like an Our Father in the beginning to say a prayer. So we did that, whatever.
The usual.
So now people listening to music, we're mingling, we're eating food. So now it started at 12. It was from 12 to 4. So now I'm looking over at my phone. I'm like, okay, it's 10 after 3. When am I going to make this speech? Now it's 3:30. It's 3:45. I'm like, okay, maybe I'm going to get away with not having to do it. I didn't mind doing it, but whatever.
So they didn't cut your promo before Raw. They cut it during Raw.
Yeah, I never got to do it.
What I'm saying though, they didn't tell you that you weren't going to go. You're still practicing. In your head, you're gonna go out there. In my head, I'm thinking,
right,
not him.
But as the time's go,
you're gonna kill the crowd. You like,
right? As the time's going by, I'm like, this is probably not gonna happen. And just when I had the perfect opener, I was gonna say, for those of you here that don't know me, my name is Todd, and I'm gonna speak on behalf of my wife and I, along with our children. And I knew that eventually one day I was gonna be forced to have to say something nice about George. And when I told my daughter I was gonna open with that, she's like, you can't fucking say that.
You can't say that.
I'm like, why not? It's a joke.
So that's followed by kicking the casket. You're like, I got to talk about this mother.
Well, but I didn't say. But that's the thing, bro. I didn't say like that. I just jokingly I was going to say I knew eventually one day I was going to be forced to have to say something nice about him. I thought it was funny. I thought they get a laugh.
It is funny for that Daniel.
I kind of bit it off of Triple H and Shawn Michaels. For the wrestling fans out there. When Shawn Michaels was inducted into the Hall of Fame, Triple H inducted him. And when Shawn Michaels took the podium, he said, it's just killing him that he has to say something nice about me today. So I remembered that, and I made it my own spin. And I thought it was comedy gold. I never had the chance to do it. And now looking back, maybe it's a good thing I didn't have a chance because it could either have been a really funny moment or I could have heard a lot of fucking crickets and gotten some nasty ass looks. Start the car. We got to get out of here.
But in your case, so all right. So let's say you did do it, right? And that joke didn't go. What was your follow-up joke?
Well, no. Once I was going to say, I knew eventually I'd have to say something nice about George. But all joking aside, I have a couple of things I'd like to share with everyone.
Are you going to bring them back on a serious note?
Right. I was going to start off with like out in left field, something crazy, but then reel them back in the ballpark with some sincerity.
I thought you were gonna keep swinging at pitches.
No, I wasn't gonna race the ball like that. No,
not that one. All right, how about this one? So me and George walk into a bar with a couple of prostitutes. They're like, whoa.
First of all, let's set the record straight. That never happened. And you keep talking like that, you're gonna get me kicked out of my house. So you better have a.
You said it was a fucking roast. You're like, it's a roast. He's getting cremated. He's got cremated.
The opening
roasted
line.
him. He's dusty now. That's it. So now tell us a fucking joke. He don't mind. He's not mad.
You have ADD. I got to be honest. I think you have attention deficit disorder because I say one thing and you stretch it out to something that it totally isn't. You're a fucking instigating prick. That's all I know. Holy shit, man. You take you take a little bottle cap from a bottle and you turn it into a fucking case. I mean, it's like you're taking remnants and making it more than what it is. Holy
Ghost
shit!
is like, why didn't you say that when I was here, motherfucker?
Exactly. Well, the crazy thing is, earlier tonight, my mother-in-law, she's upstairs. I picked her up today after work because she's staying with us this week. She goes back on Sunday.
Okay.
So she was telling us, she was staying at her son's house, my wife's brother's house, and she said that she was in the bedroom. She didn't touch nothing, and shit just collapsed in the bedroom, like something fell off a shelf or whatever. And she's like, "Thank God, nobody heard it." So jokingly, she says, "Oh, George must have been here."
So I'm not going to heaven yet. I'm gonna wait here to see what they say about me at the party. And then fucking Todd started talking shit.
So as soon as she said that, I shit you not, my wife's in the guest room because she has like one of those what do you call it? Those coat hangers on wheels that you can hang your clothes on. So she keeps that in Jasmine's room. That's like our spare bedroom for guests. So she keeps the clothes rack in there. So she took it out and she put it into the office. And as she's telling us the story, the bottom, it's like 2 layers of clothes that are hung up on it. The bottom one collapsed and everything fell on the floor. I'm like, what the fuck's going on over here, man? I thought George was coming. Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, damn, he strikes again,
Fucking poltergeist.
And she's like, well, wow, it's true. It's true. I'm like, I said, okay, listen, I'm going to walk down the stairs now. Nobody say anything. I don't need to fucking fall and kill myself. I think I'm going to clutch the railing for dear life and take each step.
Because the ghost is going to push you for the shit you were planning on saying. Like, you couldn't find nothing nice to say about me, fucking Toddy? Here, take that here. Good luck walking down the fucking stairs.
But all kidding aside, I did have a lot of nice things to say. I mean, we did share a passion for Corvettes. And when we were in Texas back in October of 2017, my dog Gizmo passed away.
Okay.
So, it was an upsetting time for us. Mm-hmm. And while we were there, he says to me, "Hey, let's take the vet for a drive." He had a 2015 convertible, right?
Holy shit.
So I said, "Okay, let's go." So he goes, "No, you drive." So we go on the interstate. So I'm taking it slow because it's his vet. I'm doing about 6
yeah. You're like, if you weren't fucking sitting next to me right now, I'd open this bitch up.
Well, he says to me, "What are you doing? Punch it." I'm like, okay.
Get the fuck out. So he's like, punch it to light speed, Chewy.
So, bro, I'm doing about 85, 90, right? And he looks at me, he's like, "I didn't mean to punch it that hard." He says to me,
he's like, slow the fuck down, man.
So
trying to make you feel good. Trying to get a blowjob
so
out
we
of
got
this
a
shit.
good, we got a good laugh that day, So he kind of cheered me up. So that was the thing I was going to bring up during the celebration.
Oh, that's awesome, though.
I never had a chance to, but whatever.
That's cool though, man. Because don't get me wrong, like pets pass. It's like a family member, man. You've had them in your life for so long.
I felt so useless. I'm there in Texas. I couldn't be there for my dog.
Yeah.
You feel like helpless.
Oh, you weren't there. That's right. Yeah.
I was in Texas when he died. He died overnight, and then we got the phone call the next morning, and we found out he was found passed by his bed in the living room.
Man.
Yeah, man.
I got 2 dogs.
I got to say, man, the guy cheered me up that day. He told me to punch it, so I
good guy, man. He was like,
I didn't mean to punch it that hard. Like what the fuck you doing,
And the funny thing is, though, is that the day you took the Corvette out and you punched it, that's where the joke starts, where Todd and George walk into a bar with 2 prostitutes. That's where you told that story.
You're out of your mind. I'm going to take that Halloween shirt. I'm going to shove you in a pumpkin. You keep that shit up.
Yeah. Listen, George got to my house because I'm talking shit about it right here, right now. Tell him he's going away with canned goods. To bring a fucking a pillowcase.
You better watch what you say. He'll haunt your fucking studio, man. You'll see bottles and shit flying.
Well, dude, listen, I got so much more to fucking talk about. We got so many more stories because, dude, it's been some time. So I'm sure like shit has been building up. And
there's so much more we can discuss in episode 10. Once we hit the double digits, hopefully that episode will be a perfect 10. So, my brother, I think with that being said, DieHard, take us home, brother.
Man, you know where to catch us. It's at Escape from BKLYN on Twitter, man. You can catch him at Toddy D Comedy. Is that the right one?
That's the right one, brother.
The man of a million different identities. You never know which one you're gonna get. I don't know which one I'm gonna get till he actually logs in so we can do the fucking show. So it's like, here we go. Oh, fuck. No. Not Todd Girardi.
Cash it in, baby.
I'm gonna change my Twitter handle. I'm gonna go back to DieHard for a little while, see how that works out. So right now it's still at Yo Derek Gordon. Make sure you check that out. But most of all, go right now, subscribe, check it out, tell your friends, tell everybody you know about Escape from Brooklyn. We're out of here till next week. Peace.